Death by Dialogue is a mediocre and cheap ghost slasher that is badly acted, scripted, and paced, but features some impressive stunt work and a few unintentionally hilarious moments.
Electric piece of shit must be jammed again. Terry must have his own secret code.
Hey, you know, Linda, would you say you and I go for a little walk while Lenny here plays Mr. Goodwrench?
How do I know I can trust you?
You don't.
Well, if that's the case, let's go.
Yo, Shirley, why don't you say we go for a little walk and see if we can find something to persuade this thing to open, okay?
Can I trust you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Carrie takes a group of his friends, including Nightmare on Elm Street 3's Ken Sagos, to visit his paraplegic uncle's house and check out a nearby abandoned movie set. A cursed screenplay called Victim 70 is discovered, and the friends begin getting killed off in the same manner as in the script.
How can a script kill someone?
Death by Dialogue has some great what the fuck moments, like when an 80s metal band randomly appears in the woods and starts performing a song titled When the Axe Comes Down before exploding a victim's head with a guitar. Another classic scene involves a caretaker ordering a demon chick to fire him, and she promptly lights his ass on fire.
Come on, Camden. Fire me. Fire me! What a hothead.
But the majority of the film is dull, forgettable, and cliched. Technically, the film is flawed. Most of the film is underlit and is directed flatly by big-time Hollywood stuntman Thomas Dwyer. And the film's sound quality is pretty shitty, with dialogue sounding muffled and distant. Death by Dialogue also features sloppy and lazy editing. Check out this scene, for example.
They thought we were gods sent down from above. Without the non-specters, it would have been nearly impossible to have procured a great deal of what you see here.
Jesus Christ, man. You for real?
Joe, come on, let's go play some volleyball.
They couldn't fade to black or add a transition? Ken Kincaid's a ghost turns in a rather disappointing, half-assed performance as the hero, but he doesn't really do a whole lot of heroics in the film. The VHS box proudly names his claim to fame with his work in Dream Warriors. He seems uninterested and rather bored with the whole affair, almost as if he's pissed off this straight-to-video movie was all the work he could get after Nightmare on Elm Street 3. His character spends the second half of the film just wandering around the woods.
You guys don't believe me, do you?
It's not that we don't believe you, it's just that you have a pretty active imagination and this is a pretty wild story.
Bullshit!
The rest of the cast is amateur and forgettable. The acting is what you would expect in a flick of this caliber. There's some TNA, including a prolonged sex scene in a barn. The stunts in Death by Dialogue are rather exceptional. There are motorcycle stunts, pyrotechnics, wire work, and a full body burn. There's a pretty cool impalement scene as well. It turns out some ancient South American tribe put the soul of a Snoopy reporter they killed in an urn, but he escaped and transferred his cursed soul into a screenplay. The plot is rather ludicrous, but also somewhat original.
I want to go away as a hero. You know, with style. I don't know how, but I want to be something that people would remember. I'm sorry, hey, I want the glory.
Death by Dialogue was distributed by Troma, and it may be one of their better releases, but that's not really saying much. It's an interesting and somewhat entertaining ghost slasher. This is one of those horror movies that's hard to recommend because it has just as many negatives going against it as positives for it.
Man, you see that shit? I mean, he was fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, I mean, his legs were all up around his neck and his chest was all caved in, man. He was all toasted. He had bugs everywhere, in his eyes and his mouth.
Gene, would you stop it? You're only making things worse.
Look, I'm one for getting fried, but this is ridiculous.
Gene, just cool it, all right?